let's revisit this concept again. So, in self-defense, I don't want to be too far away to get hurt, or I want to be in too close, right? I don't want to be in the hot spot right here, or we'll say the lukewarm spot, okay? God says He would rather you be cold or hot and not to be lukewarm. Why don't, in self-defense, obviously we don't want to be in this area because we're going to get, this is where we can receive the most damage, right? But as a Christian, why wouldn't we want to be a lukewarm Christian? Somebody who's neither cold nor hot. Any thoughts?
Comfortable with the gap that's happening.
Getting comfortable in this area right here? Getting, like it's like a comfort zone maybe for some of us?
You're not strong. You're not short. If you're lukewarm as a Christian, you're not strong. It shows that you're not publicly strong in your faith. So you're just staying right here. You're not strong in the Word. You're not strong in if God says it. So does He really? Are you sure that He really said that?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
lukewarm. You're not sure of what.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
At least in the cold, you're not misrepresenting Christ. In the lukewarm, you're proclaiming to be a Christian. People are watching you because you're saying God is for Christ. Whereas if you're cold, at least you aren't making Christ look right. So it's better to be all the way out than being fire.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to say something.
Yeah. Being able to exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, it's like, and it's just also just such a lack of commitment, right? To one or the other, right? It's say no or say yes, right? Life requires commitments. If we don't make commitments, like if somebody comes to the front desk and wants to sign up for jiu-jitsu and they're lukewarm, right? It's yes or no. You want to do it or not, right? Don't think about it. You know, you want to do it or you don't, right? Make a decision. And if it's a yes, let's commit to that, right? When you do something like jiu-jitsu, it is a big commitment, right? Getting black belt takes a long time. It's going to be a lot of suffering, you know, a lot of trials, a lot of errors, a lot of tribulations, a lot of suffering. But when you've made the commitment originally to dedicate yourself to it, then you will get through all that. But if you don't make the commitment, when things get hard, when you are facing trials and suffering, you're just going to bow out, right? It's getting too hard for me. I need to stop, right? And of course, yes, there's times when we have to take breaks. My knee's been bothering me for like 6 weeks, right? For the first time since 1992. I've had to take a 6-week roll with, other than a warranty. But, sometimes you have to do that, right? But I'm still going to be here, you could be watching on YouTube, you could be, still learning, practicing, just even if you can't roll or do the active stuff in the time. There's different ways of learning and growing in the art, for sure. Sometimes people get better when they take a little break like that and recover. Sometimes you get better when you come out of a new mind and a new approach. So yeah, we are going to take breaks, but the commitment is, don't quit the fight, fight the quit. You don't want to quit, you want to persevere. You're never going to persevere in anything unless you make a commitment, right? You cannot persevere without a true and honest commitment to do something. So whether that be jiu-jitsu, whether that be your relationship with God, whether that be marriage or anything else, you have to make that true and honest commitment because they're all going to be difficult. They're all going to produce trials. They're all going to produce suffering. But that's where we grow, right? I always say, the only reason why I do jiu-jitsu is because of conflict. If Grayson and I were getting ready to roll, and he just played dead, let me do whatever I wanted, it wouldn't be fun at all. The fun part is the conflict, right? But this is a healthy conflict. There's unhealthy conflict, and then there's healthy conflict. And we want to put ourselves through healthy conflict. That's a very important part of growth. So jiu-jitsu is awesome because of that conflict. It's very healthy. It helps you grow, right? If you approach it with the right mindset, because it can be the opposite, right? So, yes, we don't want to be lukewarm, right? And then we also want to make sure that we draw near to God, and He will draw near to us, right? So when we say yes, we have to start drawing near. We have to close the gap, draw near to God. Don't Don't stay in the lukewarm area. Don't move over to the cold. If you want God to draw near to you, you have to draw near to Him. And that's essentially what happens in self-defense situations too. If Brayson were actually mad at me and he wanted to hurt me, he's not going to back away. He's going to come to me, right? The clinch is going to be that much easier because we're going to meet one another there, right? So, as we're here again, he's coming near me. I'm going to safety kick to manage the distance. And once again, that's not always a necessary thing, but it is a good thing to know. He comes in, boom, my hands are up. He may strike one hand or the other. I come in with the shield up. I get my safety clinch and we're here. All right? Now, from this position, I was talking about the bar that we create along the back. So, again, if I had a stick right now and I was holding it across his back, I pull the stick, I push with my head, we're going to fold him over. Okay? So as we're here, I'm going to fold him like so. And in order to support that fold, I need to take a step forward. See, now I'm strong on my base. Okay, and then I'm going to let go of my hands as I step over top of him. All right, now fold into the mount position. All right, so mount position, you always want to make sure you have head control right away. Hooks in, hips tight, and then your kicks stand out, which is going to lead to more control for you in a moment. Then we're here, safety kick, attack, clinch. So right now my head is in the front. I'll do head in the back as well. Turn you this way real quick. So we're gonna pull the hands in, push with the head, step forward. I'm gonna like dip him down. And now as I step over here, I'm letting go because I don't want to get my hands caught underneath. I'm gonna sprawl on the top. Head control. Kicks in, hooks in. When you have your hooks in, it's knees off the mat.